Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Tuition's just one part of the college price tag. There are meals, housing, transportation, books, all that stuff to consider. It seems every year colleges get more and more expensive, but there are things that you can do right now to help reduce the cost.
And here to help parents and students navigate the financial aid process from the beginning are the college funding specialists Chad Harbeck and JW Hyndman. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you.
So,
yeah, thanks for being here. You know, I think college students or people looking towards college, whether you're a sophomore, you're a junior, you're a senior, people really need to be thinking about the future. What do you say to people in those age frames?
Start early.
Sophomore too early?
No,
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Seniors really should now be hopefully working on the financial aid forms and filling out those wonderful pieces of paperwork.
Yeah.
It's interesting how many calls we get in the beginning of January about people that said that I thought this form was easy and what do I put here and what do I do, you know, how do I do that? So, you know, the seniors, the colleges give out financial aid on a first come first served basis. We definitely do not want to wait till April 15th to file our financial aid forms because all of the free money that everybody's looking for is gone.
that is a good deadline to know. So at Integrated College Planning, how does it work? You bring in your ideal candidate is probably someone who's sophomore, junior year, not probably the seniors in high school. I know you'll still work with them, but they come into you and you help them do what?
We basically help them navigate the financial aid system. So we kind of tell them what to do and when to do it. And the important thing as a sophomore, junior, we can begin to look at academic performances of the student and say, okay, based on what they want to study, these colleges give away a lot of free money. These schools over here give away little or none. So let's not focus on the ones that don't give away decent financial aid awards. Let's focus on the ones that give away, you have a good shot of getting financial aid from.
What should parents be thinking about?
Realistically, parents should be thinking about what types of schools they want their child to be going to, meaning the child actually is going to make that decision. But really, where their assets lie, are those going to count against them? Are they going to work for them? And then realistically, how well is my student doing? When do they need to be hitting certain deadlines? With the ACT score being really the #1 reason, or the reason colleges give a lot of money to kids, you want to make sure that you're looking at the right schools with the right ACT score. So a lot of times parents like to position their children properly so that they actually are going to the right schools or looking at the right schools, the ones that give away a lot of the free money.
That expected family contribution is something you guys so often talk about when you're here and how important that, it's kind of like that magic number because it helps you determine what. I mean, do all schools look at that when they think about giving away what you call free money?
Your expected family contribution is going to be made up of the parent income and assets and child income and assets, number of family members. You need to know that number because of the financial aid formula. So if you take the cost of attendance, you know, you talk about all the room, board, books, fees, tuition, everything that costs to go to college, your expected family contribution equals your need at that school, okay? So if you know what your EFC is, you can plug in that number and say, okay, at this school, my family is eligible for this dollar amount in financial aid.
It's complicated. That's where you guys come in, right? I mean, you help people come up with those numbers and kind of help them do the walk through the steps.
We're a lot like a coach. I mean, we coach families through the financial aid process as well as really look to see if there's any loopholes that we could take advantage of so that they actually don't have a tremendous amount of out-of-pocket expense. They're really just trying to help as many people as we can.
What are some of the most common mistakes that parents make?
There's a lot.
What are we doing wrong?
And you know, the interesting thing is that I'm convinced, just based on some things that happened this year, that if you leave the parents to filling out the forms themselves, there's things on the financial aid forms that get reported that shouldn't be reported.
There's a lot of pitfalls, I think. We've seen little small mistakes. Counting assets that aren't supposed to be counted, potentially forgetting a family member. Just running through the form really quickly and forgetting a family member. I've seen that. So there's a lot of little pitfalls that can cost quite a bit of money from the colleges.
And is it too late for seniors?
as far as?
Just to work with you guys and get the amount of money they hope to get.
Typically stop taking on seniors beginning of November.
Okay.
So
Will you make an exception for morning blind viewers?
Potentially.
Yes.
We actually had a client last year, and I said client, that came on, and we were expecting to help them for their junior. And when we went through their forms, we realized that they had made a small mistake. And that small mistake actually equated into tens of thousands of free money from the college that they were looking at.
Well,
wow.
So it is important that you get the stuff right.
Yeah, and ask the experts. I think what's great is that you do these free workshops.
Absolutely.
So that people can ask questions, they can see what you're all about, they can understand how integrated college planning can help them. And these free college funding workshops happen from 6:30 until 7:45. So tonight you have two. You guys are going to be in Watertown. You're also going to be in Mequon, again, 6:30 to 7:45. Then on the 15th, so that's Thursday night, you guys are going to be in Pewaukee and Wauwatosa. Then the following week, January 27th, New Berlin and Whitefish Bay. January 29th, you're going to be in Oak Creek and Germantown. To find out more, register for one of those free workshops. What you need to do is call this phone number, 262-574-9242. It's also easy to register at their website. It's integratedcollegeplanning.com. Be nice to morning viewers who call you guys.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we will.
Even if it's
We're
late.
nice to everybody.
Of course we will.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate
you.
it.